Hey, this is Tuan Aditya from Lighthaven. Today I'm going to be answering a request that we got about more knife to knife sort of stuff. So we're going to go Pakal versus Saksa or Ice Pick versus Hammer Grip. So the stuff I'm going to be sharing with you today is more about the art of PKT. If you want to be utilizing this or using this in real life, then you have to be sparring with it to understand the actual context and actual ways that you're going to apply this against an actively resisting opponent. Also, everything that I'm showing you, the same things can be done if you go Saksa to Saksa, or if you go Pakal to Saksa. I'm just going to be using Pakal because I want to show some of the applications of that hook. But the same sort of motions apply when I'm using this grip as when I'm using this grip. Before we begin, though, it would mean a lot if you would subscribe to the channel at the end of the video. If you like what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like and share this video. If you have anything to add to the discussion, leave that in the comments down below. If you have any requests for future videos or questions, please also leave that in the comments down below. All of these things will help out the school and the channel a lot. Our residential program is up and running. Our online classes are up and running. We're starting a new batch from the 6th of February 2021. If you guys want to enroll in any of them, please check out the links I'm going to leave down below or get in touch with us through the email I'm going to leave down below. So we're going to go Saksa or Hammer Grip to Pakal or Ice Pick Grip. But the same things sort of apply if I use the same grip as well. I'm just using Pakal because I want to show a couple of applications of the hook. Now she's going to stab me low. The first thing I want to look to do is defend myself, protect myself against this thrust, obviously. In the first way, what I'm going to look to do is I'm going to build a frame, my bisecting line as a frame. Don't keep this straight, but don't also keep it too bent, because if it's too bent, she pushes, this sort of collapses. Collapses. I want to keep it around about 120 degrees to the point where once I bisect it and she's pushing, push hard, push hard, push hard, push hard, I can be able to take a lot of pressure in this frame without too much effort. So as she thrusts, I'm going to build that, I'm going to make that frame against that thrust. Now I don't want to give her the chance to pull back and come with another attack or do something else. I want to be able to immediately attack from that thrust. So as she thrusts, I'm going to slash across that neck. You can also, if you want, you can also have a thrust. It's really up to you. Because we're moving that side in these hills, I'm going to come slash, is going to continue the motion in that direction. So as she thrusts, I frame and I slash across that neck. Now this hand is going to drop down on her arm, sweeping it to the outside. As it does that, I step to the outside. I want to get further away from this hand, and I also want to be able to control the elbow. Actually, not the elbow, but between the elbow and the tricep. This is what I want to be controlling. One more time. She's thrusting, I'm framing, and I'm slashing across that neck. I'm coming down, stepping out. From here, this hand is going to control between her elbow and her tricep. From here, with my palm facing up. And there's a lot of debate about palm down versus palm up. Very simply put, if my palm is facing down, I want to pin that arm to her side. If that palm is facing up, I want to lift and push her arm across, making her sort of turn her body in this way. So one more time. Flash, step out, control. I'm going to push. From here, I want to clear all of this. Bang, push out, lift, flash, and thrust as I step through. So one more time. Bang, flash, thrust as I'm stepping through. The wider my slash is going to come, the easier it's going to be for her to sort of put something up in between, whether she's looking to check the bicep or her hand, whatever it is. The wider it is, the easier it's going to be to protect. So that's why oftentimes some people, instead of coming out, they just thrust. Really up to you. Or you can come with a tight slash, comes down, lifts, slash, and thrust as you step. I'm looking to thrust those kidneys. On this side, one time. Bang, up, slash, lift and slash at the same time, and then come back with a thrust. As I step through, I'm going to do a thrust. I would like this position because it gives me many options. Come back this way, come back this way, and we're going to explore a lot of those options in the subsequent things I'm going to show you. But this is your basic entry. So the next one is going to be a similar sort of attack and a similar sort of entry. Instead of bisecting to thrust or slash, as that thrust comes, I'm going to parry the outside. As I parry the outside, I'm going to be cutting, slashing that arm. The objective again is to be to the outside of her body, outside of her shoulders. If I'm inside her shoulders versus if I'm outside her shoulders. I always want to prefer being outside her shoulders. If she has a weapon, you prefer being outside her shoulders on the side of the weapon. It's a preference. Doesn't mean that you're immune to things, but it's a preference. If she trusts me, I'm going to parry on her wrist. Because I'm parrying by her wrist, I need to slash higher. Okay? Parrying and slash. Now this hand's going to go again underneath, same way the previous one did. From here, I'm going to lift again, same between the elbow and the tricep. I'm going to lift. My knife comes straight up to that neck. This knife is looking to go into that spine, and you want to pull her to you. If you grapple, this is your head and arm triangle sort of setup. But instead of going for a head and arm triangle, I have that knife. So I'm going to pull her into me. The reason you're looking to pull her into you is because you want to break her structure. From here, I'm going to turn and look for a takedown. Come up. One more time, thrust. Bring this out, lift and slash through. Pull her to me. Keep your head down against her shoulder. You want to cut out space, driving that knife in. If your head's up, there's a lot of space here. A lot of stuff that there's ways that she can get out. There's things she can do. That elbow me in the head. But if I'm nice and tight, from here, this is where my takedown happens. And then you can finish in whichever way you want. Lift, this comes up. I enter, and I'm going to pull her to me. From here, I'm going to look down, circle, and you can lift and you can finish however it is that you want to finish. Third one, again she's going to look to attack with a low thrust. She attacks. I'm going to have my frame. Again, I'm going to look to go across or thrust. But you can do it either. You can either go with the frame slash or thrust, or you can do this with the parry and cut. Either setups work. Same way that I did the first one. Except now when I parry this out, I'm going to look to attack my knife into that thigh, that femoral artery. While this hand is looking to control. Again, as I look to control, I'm going to look to push her across. I'm going to push the arm across. And step across, pulling that knife out, twisting her body. From here, it's up to you whether you want to thrust, whether you want to slash. Let's take over what we're doing right now. We're going to go for a slash. Every slash is followed by a thrust, is followed by a slash, is followed by a thrust behind the neck. I'm going to hook. As I look to hook, this hand swims underneath to get into this a shoulder lock, the common shoulder lock. From here, shove the head into that space. Like everybody knows this takedown. That's the most common takedowns from here. I'm still looking to control the arm, finish however it is that you want. Or slash again is followed by a thrust, followed by a slash. Same thing. Same thing applies. From here I'm looking to clip. I want to be circling because I don't want her to be diving with my legs. From here I do shove my head in, and that's my control. I'm still looking to control that tricep. I don't want that knife to just be like flailing around. I want to be able to control that arm. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you Lakan Guru Neha for assisting. If you like what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like and share this video. Please do subscribe to the channel. If you have anything to add to the discussion, leave that in the comments down below. If you have any questions or requests for future videos, please also leave that in the comments down below. All of these things really do help out the school and the channel a lot. Like I said earlier, residential program is up and running, and our online classes are also up and running. If you want to register for either of them, either email us with the link I'm going to leave down below, or just check out the link I'm going to leave down below with more details. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next video.